Hello, you're probably wondering why you're seeing this again. Yes, this is a re-upload. When I originally uploaded this video, I had it on the wrong language settings, and then YouTube updated my account to have automatic translations, so it put an AI voice over me, English over English, and it was really annoying. It's embarrassing, and I hate to lose all those view counts and all those comments, but I'm just worried that someone's stumbling upon my channel for the first time will see that and turn it off. So I'm gonna re-upload these 3 videos. It's 2 of our everything we read. It's the middle and the top 10 of everything we read in 2025 videos. And then there's the UK horror paperback conversation that I had with Justin Marriott, which, by the way, there will be a number 2 someday. So, you know what? If you've already seen it, feel free to turn this off. Feel free to also go down there and just leave another stupid comment. Make fun of me. I don't know. Be like, where's the AI voice? You're so much cooler before. So, yeah, that's it. Hope you liked them.
These racks and shelves contain a lot of books. Tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, perhaps millions. How do you feel about them?
All right, welcome back, vintage genre fiction fans, to the book graveyard. This is our best to worst list of 2025. Everything that we've read, we're putting it in order. This is the end, my friends. The finale. If you're in Europe, it's the final countdown. Thanks to everyone who watched the previous 2 videos. I got a little yelly in the second one. When I get yelly, it overloads the microphone. It does not sound good. We're gonna try and keep it chill in this one. We're gonna get chill. We're gonna do late night radio DJ voice for all you late night dreamers, early morning steamers out there. I don't know what that means. Steamers, steamed coffee or something. Anyway, let's get to this list. We're gonna start at number 19. Number 19 on our list is Weasels Ripped My Flesh, put out by the Men's Adventure Library. The editors are Bob Dice and Wyatt Doyle. We've had them on the channel before. We did a live Q&A and it was a lot of fun. You should go check that out. By the way, I noticed in the previous 2 videos I didn't put any links or anything. It's all on the channel. It's just every video on the channel. If you want to see a review that I mentioned or a chat or whatever, have a look around. Have a look around and see if there's anything you like. All right, Weasels Ripped My Flesh is a collection of short stories that has been handcraftingly curated by Bob Dice, Wyatt Doyle, and it features men's adventure fiction stories from the men's adventure magazines, the 50s and 70s, which we've got a couple. I've shown them in past book hauls. They're kind of an exploitive adventure magazine where it's touted as real, but it's absolutely fake. I mean, just look at that cover. Weasels don't rip flesh. There's all kinds of animal attack series they do, and cryptids and sharks, and then there's the war stories and the weird stories. It's great. menspulpmags.com. Go check out all the releases. But this one here, this one is special because it's the first one they ever did. They repackaged it. They add a couple things. It's new to me. I had never read it before. And what you have here is a buffet, a sampling of all the types of stories that they pick. So you got some adventure, you got some horror, you got lots of action. There's lots of action going on. War stories. I think my favorite is there's this Robert Silverberg story about some white people in Africa and the Mau Mau's attacked them. And it's a very bloody and kinky. There's some intense scenes. People with no clothes on go at it in piles of blood. So yes, number 19, Weasels Rip My Flesh. Go check it out, especially if you're interested in checking out the genre. It's a great place to start. So number 18, we got The Wilds by Julia Toulis. I know how to say that last name because, surprise, I interviewed her here on the channel. It's the very first author interview I've ever done. I'm hoping to do some more in 2026. We'll see how that goes. I haven't asked anyone yet. I do have some ideas who to ask. I'm pretty proud of that video, so if you haven't watched it, go check it out. And don't worry, I'm not going to sell every past video and every review here. This will be the last one I do. So The Wilds is a thriller. I think I have it listed as a thriller, though. You can see it. I can see it as horror also. It's Lord of the Flies meets the Donner Party. There's a camping trip with some youths, and they get lost up in the Sierra Nevada mountains, the same place that the Donner Party expired and ate each other up. So there's an ambiguous supernatural element to the story. Is it supernatural? Is it madness? It's a very suspenseful narrative with a little peek behind the curtains of human nature, how nasty we truly are when it comes down to it, how primitive we can get. I was going to say it's a fun little book. I don't know if it's fun. It's intense. That's high ranking. That's high ranking material around here. Number 17 is Amaro, The Quest for Koosh by Charles R. Saunders. It's not that kind of Koosh, people. It's legal now. We can talk about it, right? Anyway, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Amaro. He is. This is a sword and sorcery. I have this labeled as sword and sorcery. Amaro is a character that Charles R. Saunders created, who was inspired by Robert E. Howard's Conan, and then he was also inspired in a negative way by Tarzan the movie. Charles R. Saunders was a black author and didn't appreciate the Tarzan character in Africa kicking all the ass. So he's like, screw that, man. I'm going to make Amaro. So he makes this kind of Conan-esque character, sets him in a fictional version of Africa called Nayumbani, I believe. I didn't have the first one, so I did have to start with number 2, but I was very curious to check it out. It has an overarching story plot. It's very similar to Conan. Overarching story plot, and then he gets in little random encounters along the way. Some of them are brawn, some of them are brain, some of them are magical, some of them are steel. Charles R. Saunders is a great writer. When it comes down to it, it's just a great storyteller. And I have not been disappointed by anything that I've read by him so far. Number 16, we have The Moonshine War by Elmore Leonard. This is the first Elmore Leonard that I've ever read. I know he's a very popular author. He's a big inspiration on Quentin Tarantino, and after reading this Prohibition-era crime, gangster, Appalachian book, I can see it, because a lot of it is in the dialogue. A lot of it, the story is in the characters. It's a very character-driven narrative. Why I really like this one was I loved that Appalachian setting of moonshiners up in the hills. There's a Prohibition officer that comes to town, and he has history with the main moonshiner. And there's the main moonshiner also has a secret of where he's hid his pappy's stock of moonshine, the best moonshine in the South. The Prohibition guy knows that it exists from a past conversation with the moonshiner, and now he's there to steal it. He's not there to bust him. He's there to steal it and make his own money. So it's an exciting crime story where everyone is nasty. Everyone's got an ace up their sleeve. Everyone's got something secret going on. Number 15, John the Balladeer by our man, Manly Wade Wellman. Yes, that's his real name. He was born manly, died manly, he lived manly. This is his Silver John series. I love the Silver John series. Silver John is a folk singing Appalachian occult detective who travels the hills of the mountains fighting outsmarting evil entities as they appear. He's not necessarily looking for them. He just keeps running into them. I really love this series because mainly Wade Wellman combines real world Appalachian folklore, and then he makes them up too, which sounds just like the real folklore. It meshes really well together. This is a collection of short stories, so I really like the long form stories better, so that's why this one didn't get as high as last year's #1 ranking. It's still Silver John, it still kicks ass. I just like when it's more fleshed out, when there's more story to it. Some of these are really short, like 5 pages long. He still packs it in those 5 pages, but I don't know, I just like it. I like it better in a longer story. That's all there is to it. This was sent to me from Jeff, from Jeff's Cave of Cool Books, so shout out to Jeff. If you're not following him, go follow him. He just posted his top 10 just the other day. Good stuff. Number 14 is The Shadow Guest by Hilary Woe. This was the book that kicked off the Guide to Gothic series. We didn't plan on making it a series, but it was just so much fun talking this book that we decided to keep going. This is about an American couple who moves to the UK. The wife is having a nervous breakdown, and the man has had a heart attack. And the doctor tells them that they need to go rent a house out in the peaceful rural landscape. They find a house that's on the edge of a cliff, very gothic, on the edge of a cliff. And when they move into this house, they start hearing stuff in the middle of the night, crazy ghostly sounds coming from downstairs that seems to disappear when you go check it out. There's also a strange man out in the field when you look out the windows who's not always there, who's not there when you go out and look. What are these strange goings-ons? What made this book better than the other Gothic books is just how well it was written. Just the guy is what did Eric say? He's a master of his craft. The plot is consistently driven forward. Things are unveiled as you go along, and it is very mysterious and it's very spooky. The atmosphere is on point here. If you're looking for a good ghost story, I would go here. This is a good start. And if you're looking for a great Gothic to start off with, this is another one. It has all the Gothic flavor. The ghost stuff is on point. And there's never a lull. There's never a lull in the story. Number 13 is The Night Creature by Brian Ball. I was introduced to Brian Ball this year, and he's got 2 books here, and they're both in this video. So we're definitely going to be finding more. The 2 that I've read are folk horror books. So this is a folk horror story. It takes place in the UK. This is a UK author. It takes place in the rural UK area of Derbyshire, which is how I was told to pronounce it. In the comments, I said it wrong. I said Derbyshire, as that's how it's spelled. Silly me, pronouncing words how they're spelled. It's Derbyshire. Or sure. Got a little sassy there. Got a little sassy. All right, so this story is about a young couple, young lovers in love, a young loving couple who are from the city, and they move to the sticks, and they set up shop of an antique store or a gift shop, junk, to sell to tourists. One day, while the woman is out looking for junk to sell, she stumbles upon a ruined church, this crumbled ruined church. She crawls through the rubble, and she finds a brass etching. A monumental brass is what it's called. It's not an etching. She does an etching of it, a carving. So she does the etching of this carving, and apparently this is a real thing. They were, if you found them, they were worth money to have these rubbings, and you could sell them. So this is great for the tourist business. She brings it back, shows her husband. She said, "We're gonna be rich." They hang it up on the wall, and then creepy things start happening in the middle of the night to him. She seems to be taken over by some power, and then we get some ancient monster that's invading their life. It's just a wonderful folk horror story. It has that pacing, that slow pacing. It has the ominous, earthy dread to it. It's really creepy. This story, this book, actually gave me a nightmare one night. It gave me a real nightmare. Number 12 is The Big Guy, Wade Miller, which were a writing team. It wasn't one guy. I forget the names at the moment. This is a book that we did on the Elusive Exclusive Book Society, Eames. See, so not all Eames books are bad. This was a great one. This is a Fawcett Gold Medal. I knew I picked a solid gold winner here. This is about a low-level hood, a muscle man in the syndicate, and he moves to a new town, and he's muscle for hire, and he gets a job, and he stumbles upon a catch of wealth during this intimidation. So with his newfound money, he decides to buy himself higher in the ranks. He decides to open a club and become a bigger gangster. He wants to be at the top. So it's him working his way up to the top of the syndicate, and he's a mean son of a gun. He's a jerk. Oh, he's a bad guy. He's not. This isn't someone you're rooting for. This isn't like this isn't Goodfellas, which, I mean, I guess they were bad guys too, but you know, it's not someone you root for. He's very not cool to his girlfriend, to women, and you want to see him get it. You want to see him get it at the end. It doesn't look like he's going to. It actually looks like he's just going to mellow out and get fat and rich. And then it's just a psychological tornado comes and wrecks your house, your whole perception of the story. And I was blown away by the end. I thought it was a great ending, and really I was enjoying it anyway, but the ending really solidified its high rise of the ranks on this list. Number 11 is Devil's Peak. Brian Ball's second entry here on this list. UK author Brian Ball writing another excellent folk horror story, a little bit better than the first one. This one is about a historian, a young, good-looking, hip historian guy who goes mountain climbing, falls, and he's all messed up, and he crawls to this truck for help. The trucker is hooking up with a lot lizard. He stops and is like, okay, come on, get in the cab. And then they drive up. They drive up the mountain. They drive up Devil's Peak. And then a blizzard happens and they get stuck in this old hotel up on Devil's Peak. The hotel turns out to be the former site of a castle of a black magic wizard. Black magic guy. I said wizard. They don't say wizard. He's a black magic wizard. He's a black magic wizard. And then lots of old world evil intrude on present day time. The feeling of being trapped in that blizzard and that hotel with these weird people is incredibly eerie, incredibly suffocating. And the ending delivers. All of it delivers. After finding these two Brian Ball books, I want to see what else is out there, folk horror-wise, because I really enjoyed reading it, and I think I enjoy reading it more than watching the movies. So I'm excited to, I'm going to try and investigate. Maybe we'll do a video on it. Maybe I'll figure it out. We'll do a video on it. And, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I have lots of dreams for the upcoming year. All right, here we go. The top 10 list. Best reads of the year. Number 10 is Pachuco by Dennis Rodriguez. I got this in that Holloway House haul that I found that guy on eBay that was selling all those brand new Holloway House books that they had found in the warehouse that they were just going to throw out. So he had them for super cheap. Holloway House is known, if you don't know, Holloway House is known for blaxploitation books, or just black culture books, not always exploitation. Basically, they had a huge roster of black authors. So they were writing westerns, they were writing crime books, horror books. Because of the success that they were having, I'm assuming, Holloway House decided to branch off into the Latino market. So they got Dennis Rodriguez here. I don't know if that's his real name. I don't remember. They got him to write this Hispanic book. So what we got here is a little Mexican heritage protagonist, two brothers living in Los Angeles. I thought this was going to be a really sleazy and exploitive gang book, I guess, street crime, surviving the jungles of the street, the obstacles of life coming up in that world. And it is. The two brothers are good guys, and they get accosted by some gangster dude randomly. And the younger brother is a really great fighter, and he kicks this guy's ass. So the two worlds separate after this, and the gangster holds a grudge. So as the gangster rises the ranks of crime, so does the young fighter rises the ranks of being a boxer. So they get equal power in two different ways, and it's kind of them two going head to head once they're again. So they fight at the beginning, they go head to head at the top. And I just thought that it was going to be raunchy and fun and wrong. And it was actually very beautiful. It was a very beautiful story of struggle and survival and dealing with what you got, doing all the things that you can do with what you're given in life. And it was heartwarming, and it made me actually feel things, which you've seen this list. These aren't the books that make you feel things. This isn't literature, but this was, you know what this was? It was street literature. This is literature from the street. And what helped ease this book into the top 10, it is boxing heavy. There's so much boxing in this. It starts at the very bottom. Him in the gym, him learning the ways, going through the ranks, being an amateur, becoming a pro. It was great. I love that aspect of it. I'm a big fan of boxing. And this book had everything that I love about genre fiction. It was approachable, it was relatable, it was raw, it was loving, it was violent, it was real. And it was real without being vague or talking over your head like you get in some more well-respected literary novels. This legit is literature from the street. Number 9, Westward to Laughter by Colin McInnes. I don't know how I forgot that name. If you look at that cover, his name is huge, and the title of the book is really small, but the title is really, it's not a very good title, because Westward to Laughter sounds like it's you're going to be having a great time, and you're not. Laughter is a place. So they're saying you're going westward to laughter, to the island of laughter. So I can see why they made that title so small. This was a gift from Ben from Grammaticus. I guess he was out one day at the bookstore. He saw this sleazy, raunchy-looking pirate book, slavery pirate book. He said, "You know who would enjoy this? Nick." Guess what? He was right. I loved it. I loved every second of it. This is the grimiest. This is the grimiest book on this list of heavyweight grime books. It's nasty. This is a nasty little book. So it's about this white kid who thinks he's going on a trip. His family puts him on this boat. It turns out it's a pirate ship. And it turns out that these pirates are going to commandeer him. I don't know how else to say it. They grab him and they're like, "You're a slave now." And they sell him to some slavers over on the island of laughter. So it's about him landing in this predicament, meeting the other slaves. There's some deep stuff going on here about race, about class. And what really stands out the most to me about this book is it's not a black and white morality, and it's not even a grayscale morality. It's more of a shrug of the shoulders, as if like they couldn't be bothered with such trivial things as right and wrong. And even though this book is deep, it is deep, and they are saying things, but they're showing them to you, I guess, less than telling you. Almost like here's these complex scenarios. Reader, what do you think? What do you think about this? And it really gets you thinking. Okay? And I know, and I'm making this sound like, oh, damn it, Nick, you put a literature book on here. Absolutely not. This thing is rude, and it's crude, and it does not care about your feelings. So the young man escapes the plantation with some other slaves, and they get on a pirate ship, and then it's just pure pirate action adventure, and everyone is a scumbag. What's cool is how smooth this story is. Like, you're not just given random encounters and resolutions over and over. I mean, it is like that. It is kind of like a Conan story, but the overarching plot is way more threaded through it. So it's not like, oh, we need to get to the castle to save the queen. Along the way, I gotta fight an ogre. Everything that happens is related to the ending. I did not review this book because I knew that I would have a hard time doing it, and I'm having a hard time right now. So I guess, what do I say? How do I sell this to you? If you want exciting adventure, if you want pirate ships, you want slavers getting what's coming to them, oh, that's one of the best parts. If you like gray morality, if you like nasty characters, nefarious villains, if you enjoy a nice bleak world where when people do wrong, they get what's coming to them, then check out Westward to Laughter. Number eight, we've got Gang Rumble. Edward S. Aaron's our man, assignment series author. Edward S. Aaron's one of my favorite authors, one of my favorite writers. Shout out to Mickey Spillane. He's not an author, he's a writer. So this is Aaron's juvenile delinquent book. I read the Stark House reprint. Stark House sent this to me. It's a dark book. Apparently, people in dire and depressing situations with violent reactions and blurring ethical problems is my mother effing jam. This is about a 1950s juvenile delinquent gang leader who sells out his gang, he sells out his friends, he teams up with this psychopath, this absolute sociopathic serial killer in the making, to rob this warehouse that his brother works. There's an accidental murder, and now our lead character's on the run. This book is mean. Everyone with a sense of decency, every good-hearted character in this book gets trampled under the boot. It is aggressive. It's psychological. It's sociological. It's got some very solid sociological points. The character study, what he puts into the sociopathic character. In the 1950s, when he wrote this, or the 1960s, I forget which, whatever, it was before the FBI started studying serial killers. It's all in here. The acts that they do, the feelings they have about things, or the lack of. Brilliant. This book is brilliant. And it's a juvenile delinquent book. So it's cool, and 50s, and greasers, and leather jackets, and kids growing up in the mean streets of Philadelphia. Can't say enough good things about this. All right, number 7, At the Earth's Core, Edgar Rice Burroughs. This was a book that we covered on the Elusive Exclusive Book Society. It is the highest ranking Eames book. I mean, number 7, that's top 10, that's good stuff. I had only read one Edgar Rice Burroughs, or I tried to. I started The Monster Men, and I wasn't into it, so I stopped reading it. That was my only experience. I have seen the movie version of At the Earth's Core with Doug McClure, one of my favorite actors. It also had Peter Cushing. He plays like a little tweaky nerdy guy. And that movie is interesting. It's all right. It's all right for what it is. And it's kind of fun. So I did kind of know the story going in of At the Earth's Core. And I have to say that I was completely blown away by how exciting this book was. I mean, this was, when you talk about adventure, this probably should have been under the adventure category. I think I labeled it fantasy. This is 100% adventure, nonstop action. It was one of those books where you didn't necessarily want to know what happens next. You needed to know. You had to know. You had to keep going. It was hard to put down. The plot is this eccentric rich guy, Doug McClure, and a nerdy scientist. They create a big drill, and they're going to drill to the center of the earth, which they do, which is comical. When you watch the movie, just watch the beginning to see the giant drill and them going into the earth. On the way down, they get lost, and then they pop out into this world. The world is inhabited by these telekinetic dinosaurs who don't really talk, and then they eat humans. They collect humans as slaves, and then they also eat them. So almost immediately, the two are captured, and they're put into slavery. Well, another slavery book here at the top. I don't know what's going on with that. Obviously, the Doug McClure character escapes, and then he goes out into the world, and then it's just exciting adventure after adventure of him surviving and exploring this world. I don't know how else to put it. It was fun. That's it. That's what this book is. If you're just like, man, I want to read a fun book, it's this one right here. Speaking of Ebes, since I got you here, I'm gonna sell you on the next episode. It's gonna be live on my channel on January 17th. I forget what time. I think it's 7 p.m. I don't know. You'll see it. But I just want to give you a heads up. Our special guests are Rob from L Space Archives and Keith from Tau Zero. And we will be talking Nightwalk here by Bob Shaw. I heard it's an excellent science fiction espionage action book. Something like that. So we're hoping to start this year off strong for Ebes. We're not going to have a bunch of bottom feeders down there at the end of the year. I mean, I'm sure we'll have a couple, but we're hoping to start off strong here. So join us on my channel live January 17th. There we go. All right, number 6 is The Rig, Ronald Wilcox. Look at that great trucker cover. We got some trucker horror, not a trucker thriller. I have this labeled as thriller, even though you could call it horror if you want. The question on everyone's mind is, can a practicing Mormon, write an absolutely and disgusting serial killer trucker novel? The answer is, oh, can he? So we follow a serial killer, wannabe trucker, sociopath. Once again, man, I got common threads running throughout this list. So this guy really wants to be a trucker. He's got his truck. He sees a woman and her family on the side of the road with a broken down car. He stops to talk to them. He is very weird. She gets a very bad feeling. And then we cut to her husband, who's also a trucker, and he's up the road and his truck is broken down, and she's going up there to meet him. He's worried about her. Well, for the most part. He takes a little break to indulge in some lot lizard activities. More lot lizard stuff. More trucker stuff. Oh man, this is good. This is a great list. I had a great year here. Anyway, so she never appears. And it turns out that, running into a serial killer on a lone highway in the middle of the night is not the place you want to be. So thankfully we don't get to see it, but the serial killer does kill a woman in front of the children, and then he kills the children. The real trucker is absolutely distraught. His world's destroyed. And I don't know if it was on purpose or not, but the fake trucker, the serial killer, befriends the other guy because he's like his hero. He wants to be this guy. So the real trucker doesn't know that this is the guy that killed his family. So they hook up, and they become partners in the trucking cab. Go right along. I don't know what they're called. So the book is this absolutely bonkers guy kind of intruding on this guy's life and trying to get close to him, and the other guy getting all kinds of red flags, and he can't stand him. You know what it is? The thing that I think that would best relate it to what you can understand is the cable guy. So imagine if the cable guy was truckers, and instead of Jim Carrey just being kind of silly and annoying, being a sociopathic serial killer. And that's the rig. Number 5, I'm gonna make up for some atrocities that I did in the last video where I put Surfer Spy books above Weird Tales author. Number 5, we got our gal C.L. Moore with her long short story Shambolo. I know I said it wrong in all the other videos. It's Shambolo by C.L. Moore at number 5. 2 years ago, she got the number 1 spot with the Jarell of Jory collection. It's a great sword and sorcery, weird fiction anthology collection. It's not an anthology, it's a collection that if you haven't read, you should go check out. She's a very weird author. Her stuff is always very trippy. And though this isn't as psychedelic as the Jarell of Jory stories, which is weird because this is a sci-fi story, it's still eerie and it's still unsettling, but it's more based in reality, even though it's a sci-fi story. Anyway, let's get to it. So this is Northwest Smith. Northwest Smith is her space marauder character. The easiest way to sum it up is he's Han Solo. I think that this was the inspiration that George Lucas took for Han Solo. He's very similar. He's on Mars. There's a small town on Mars where all the Earth people live, and it reminded me of like an old West town. So we got sci-fi, we got Western. While Northwest Smith is in the town, a strange woman comes running up, and there's a angry villager pack running after her, screaming for blood. She hides behind Northwest Smith. He protects her, tells those people what is wrong with you, and he takes her back to his apartment. But he also notices that she's very weird. He's never seen anything like her on any planet, and he has a bad feeling about it. So he just puts her in the corner in his hotel room, not his apartment, his hotel room. And the rest of the story is just kind of her being creepy, him being creeped out, and him being drawn to her. It's very ominous. There's obviously some dread coming. And this is a horror story, and I think a folk horror story too. It's an ancient evil, and it's so good. It's so incredibly good. I'd see more. Man, I wish she would have written more. I wish she would have written more in her Weird Tales era. And after. Just, I don't know. I wish she wouldn't have just combined her stories with Henry Kuttner. I wish she just would have stayed her own. Okay, number 4. The Friends of Eddie Coyle by George V. Higgins. You can say it in your head like Magnum screaming, Higgins! This was sent to me by friend of the channel, Stiv Nagan, my man Stiv. Putting sassy comments down in the comment section. But he knows that I like crime. And he has good taste. And he said, you know what, dude, you need to check out this book. It's great. It's amazing. I'm going to send it to you. So he sent it to me. And I got to say, he wasn't wrong. You people know me. You know me so well. So this is kind of a difficult one to explain. This is also another one that I tried to write a review. And I couldn't do it. It was just, I couldn't do it. So it's gonna be a little difficult. So it might be a little difficult to do it here. I'm gonna try my best. Number one, I want to start off with saying there is no way in hell that Quentin Tarantino did not read this book, because there is many similarities to Jackie Brown, including the name Jackie Brown. Jackie Brown is a character in this. In this, he's a white guy. He's not a black lady, but he is a gun runner, which is also Samuel L. Jackson's character in Jackie Brown. This is a very heavy dialogue book. In fact, it's mostly dialogue, and you kind of put it together as it goes along, which sounds like a bummer, but the dialogue is written so well that you kind of forget that you don't know who these people are. Think about it like if you were walking past like a closed door, and then you heard this really intense conversation coming through the door. You don't know who these people are. You don't know what they're talking about, but you are completely entranced by it. That's what this book feels like. I'll just kind of list like what's going on. It has gun runners. It has an aging syndicate man, affiliate. I wouldn't necessarily say he's in the syndicate, but then it also has these crew of bank robbers in it, and it has some federal agents going after them. They also made a really great movie. It's called The Friends of Eddie Coyle, and it stars in Robert Mitchum as Eddie Coyle. Equally as wonderful. It's such a great movie. I can't believe I've never heard of any of this before. So, man, thank you so much, Stiv. You're the man. You did it again. All right, here we go. Top 3. The moment you've been waiting for. Number 3, All Shot Up by Chester Himes. This is Chester Himes was a black author in the 1950s, so this is pre-blaxploitation, and I think that's kind of like maybe where they got the inspiration for it. This is a crime series starring his 2 detectives, Coffin Ed Johnson and Gravedigger Jones. How can you go wrong with names like that? It's 1950s Harlem. There's a winter storm. There is a prominent member of the community who's robbed. There's a murder. Gravedigger and Coffin Ed have to investigate. I love the atmosphere of the city being frozen. It's like, yeah, they described it as they're driving on ice. The two main characters are tough. There's some tough cookies. They're people you do not want to mess with. You do not want to be a criminal who runs into them in the street. They don't care about your rights. They only care about getting the answers. They slap people around. They do whatever the hell they want. It's cathartic. We've got robberies. We've got murders. We've got pimps. We've got solid gold Cadillacs. We've got characters named Sassafras, Black Beauty, Casper, Snake Hips. And we've got Coffin Ed and Gravedigger Jones driving around Harlem, sipping on the bottle at 2 a.m., cracking people's skulls. It's brilliant. I cannot wait to read more Chester Himes. 2026, we're going to definitely dig some more into Coffin Ed and Gravedigger Jones. Number 2, Bad Ronald by Jack Vance. Yes, that Jack Vance, the Dying Earth guy, the fantasy writer, the sci-fi writer. He wrote this one and only unsettling thriller book about this young man, this incel young man who gets pushed aside, not even in a mean way, gently, by this young lady. On his way back to his house, there's this little girl riding her bike who kind of reminds him of the girl that denied him. He takes it out on her. All the bad things happen. He runs home to his little mommy. All mommy does is care about her little baby boy. So they build a fake wall real fast in the house. They know the cops are coming. He's an idiot. Of course he's going to get caught. Throw a bed in there. And he goes to live his life in this room, in this secret room, in this house. Eventually mom dies. What's Bad Ronald going to do? Well, he's just going to keep on living right in that house. The house gets sold. A new family moves in. They have 3 teenage daughters. You can imagine what happens next. This book is dark. This is one that gets in your head. You'll be laying in bed at night and you'll hear a noise in your house. And you'll think about big old bad Ronald getting into the refrigerator, coming to watch you sleep, watching you go about your day, listening to your conversations. Oh man, this thing got under my skin. It was so good. So I read the reissue. The reissue was put out by Fathom Press, thankfully, because it's hard to find the original book. I don't know. I don't even want to read the other Jack Vance. I just wish that he had written more books like this. And number one for the year of 2025 is Cold Front by Barry Hammond. This was another one that was reissued by Fathom Press. And let me just say, I know it sounds like, oh, you're just playing favorites. No, it's not that. It's that Justin has good taste, and he knows how to pick the best books of yesteryear. So that's why so many rank so high. This book is it's a perfect storm for me. Everyone in the book is terrible. They're terrible people. There's not even like an anti-hero. They're just all around bad dudes. We got the frozen setting again, obviously. You know, I didn't even think about it, but now that we're talking about it, I sure do love that frozen wasteland setting. We got Native American horror. We got Native American folklore. We've got crime. We've got isolation. We've got madness. I love it when people lose their shit in books. I love it. I love mysterious monsters. Like, what the hell is going on? So the plot is, there's these 3, they work for a drill company in Alaska. Are they miners? Drillers? Miner drillers? I don't know. They're alcoholics. One night while they're getting wasted in the bar, they run out of money. And they're like, hey, let's go hit up the boss for some money. I think he's got some money in there. Let's go steal it. If you don't want to give it to us, let's go steal it. They're bad people, and they're annihilated. The boss is also a dick. He's a piece of poo. They go into the office. Things get out of hand. And they got to make a run for it while they're drunk. They drive out into the frozen wasteland where their truck dies, their old crappy truck. And then they have to start walking. And then they come upon a cabin after seeing some horrendous sights along the way. There's a cabin, and it looks to be habitable, so they set up shop, and then they hear a noise down in the basement, and there is a very pale white lady down there, and that's the setup. That's the setup of the story. I really don't want to tell too much, but there seems to be so much more going on behind this woman. Why is she alone out in this cabin with barely any clothes on in the dead of winter? What are these guys going to do? They can't leave. They're stuck there. There's an afterword by Barry Hammond in the Fathom Press reissue where he's talking about his influences. And I waited until I read the book, which is why Justin put it at the end, because there's spoilers and stuff in it, but I'm not going to spoil it, don't worry. One of his influences was Charles Bukowski. And then I was like, it all made sense in my head, and I was like, holy shit, this is like a Charles Bukowski written horror novel. That's what these characters are. It has that same nasty tone, that same bitterness, that same aggressive fight in it. It was everything. It was everything that I've ever wanted. It was everything that I ever wanted, and I never knew it. So, shit, yeah. It deserves it. The #1 spot. Cold Front by Barry Hammond. Thank you everyone for watching this video, for watching all of my videos throughout the year. I'm looking forward to the next year, and yeah, I have grand ideas, and that's it. I'm out of here.